Hey everyone, it's the fun size one, and I just want to thank all my real ones for always tuning in. The month of May is Child Month, and today I have my two beautiful munchkins, Adea and Aiden. So for the month of May, the real ones, we will be focusing on kids, exceptional kids, the struggle that they're going through now with the pandemic, and also mompreneurs. And dads, I haven't forgotten you. In June, we'll be definitely focusing on the dads for Men's Month. And also, June is Father's Day. So we want to ensure that we focus on the positives for the dads as well. Just want to give a shout out, as always, to my sponsor, Crush Yard JA, for always, keeping it real with me and having that support. Look forward to everything, guys. I will leave my description in the description, the email and everything. If you wanna, reach out, leave a comment, wanna be on the show, email address and everything will be there for you. Remember to like, subscribe, share, comment, and always keep it real. Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Keeping It Real. It's, the fun size one and my good friend Triffy.
Hey!
So it's the month of May, which is Child's Month. So Trifena is a mother of two and a mompreneur. So we'll be focusing on that for the month of May. And I just want to say a belated Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, whether you are a biological mother, a stepmother, an adopted mother, or a mom-to-be. And my love goes out to those who are trying to be a mom and finding it difficult.
Awesome.
Hi Triffy,
Hey,
how are you
Nancy.
today?
What's up? I'm good, girl. I'm just here, the weather not so bad, so out here, I do a thing.
As usual. So thanks so much for coming. It's greatly appreciated.
No problem.
Being a fellow mom myself, I know that it is a little bit more difficult now, being a mom and working, especially with the pandemic and also online schooling.
Yeah.
I know you have a little extra difficulty because one of your babies, you have to be, doing the
Stretching.
Yeah, you have to be doing the long distance parenting, which is very difficult for you.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that side of it first.
Okay, sure. So as Natalie said, I'm a mom of two. One of my children doesn't live with me. She lives in America. Tiana, that's my daughter. She's 11. Right. So Tiana migrated when she was about 5 years old with her dad. That whole thing goes. And to be honest with you, when I knew Tiana was going to migrate before she was even born. And how that is that her dad's mom was already filing for him, way before. And we know how the length of that, we know how long that can take, right? So she actually called me while I was pregnant with Tiana and asked me, she said she would actually pause the filing to put her, because, she have a bond and she have to have birth paper, right? And it was a decision that I had to make, not for myself, but for her. Because as parents, we have to do what is right for our kids. And not think about ourselves. And I always say, if you are a selfish person, you can't have kids.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work out. It's not gonna be good for anybody. So I made the unselfish decision to tell her, yes, you can definitely put her on the filing, even knowing that I might not be able to go with her, whatever the case was. So Tiana migrated when she was 5, and I have been prevalent in her life up until today. And it was hard at first, because you don't know how to deal with this thing. She's not here. You're used to her being here. You're used to taking care of her your own way.
Like just passing toddler stage.
Exactly. You're used to taking care of her your own way. And now you have to be okay with somebody else doing what they feel is best, right? So it was a struggle at first. I can tell you, it was a struggle with me and myself. It was a struggle with me and her grandma that was raising her for me and her dad. It was a struggle because I wanted her to do certain things and be a certain way. And of course, she's in her grandma's house, so she can't be, I can't tell her how to run her house, basically. So for about a year or so, it was hard. Tiana migrated in December of 2014. in August of 2015 was the first time I got to saw her again since she migrated, because I got my visa and everything went up and I spent the summer with her. So since then, we've always been back and forth. She comes to Jamaica, I go up there. So I've never really not seen her. Right. And we talk every single day over the phone by video call. I still help her with homework. I still talk to her. You know, we have that mother-daughter bond. As I said, I help with homework. I always find out what school is about. The good thing is that now me and her dad are in a good space, so we co-parent very well. So I never not know what's going on with her. I always know what's going on with school. I always know what's going on with home. I always know what's going on. When Corona hit, she couldn't come for the summer, so I went a whole year without seeing her, which was just maddening for me. Right. I got to see her again January of this year, that when I went up and I celebrated her birthday with her on January 5th. So it's hard being a long distance mom, and I know that our generation, our culture, we have a lot of long distance parents. Because to be honest with you,
barrel babies,
girl, you know the thing. You know the thing that. So to be honest with you, for me, it's kind of like a generational thing. Because my mom was a barrel baby, as you say. Her mom left her when she was 3 years old, went to Canada, and she didn't see her again until years after.
So that was a natural fear for
that
you,
was right. So, and then I kind of became a barrel baby too, because my dad left when we were younger, traveled, and finally settled in England. So it's a generation of barrel baby, if you really look on it.
Only this time Tiana left you.
Right. So this time with me, it's the other way around, because it was me who made the decision to say send her to get the opportunities that I knew for a fact I could not afford her in Jamaica at the time. Right, so you have to be unselfish, and a lot of people always say to me, because you know, people who know my story, people who know me and know Tiana and know the family, they always say, "Oh Lord, girl, I couldn't do that, I couldn't." You know, it was just her and me at the time, and I never had Raheem until almost 2 years ago. So it was, I did my one pitney, as people would say. So people would say, "Lord, me couldn't just I couldn't just send me my one pitney." So, but in my head, I'm like, but you never got the opportunity. How do you know what you would do in a situation that's never been presented to you before? You know, so it's easy for people to look on the outside and say, "Boy, me couldn't do it. Why couldn't you do it? What are you risking if you do it?" I think that if I did not do it, I would risk more than what I would have if I did send her away. Because it's just my feelings. I would be risking like, I'm going to have her close to me. So what? You are risking her opportunities. Now Tiana is about to graduate from elementary school, going into middle school with a President's Award, going into one of the most prestigious middle schools in Connecticut. She's going to a science and technology, engineering and mathematics school. I don't know if I could have afforded to do that for her in Jamaica.
And she did get a kickoff, because out here we start school at 3 versus when they start at 5, which is when she left. So she's just like continuing.
Tiana has always been excellent academically. She's just a good child overall.
I met her. Right? She talks and everything.
Exactly. She's just a good child overall. She started school before she was 2 years old, actually. And she's always been academic in her work and everything. So I never worried when it came out to school with Tiana. I just worried about the development of her, not having her mom around. You know, she's a girl who's gonna come into, you know, puberty and all of that.
Which she's about to ask
which she's coming into
this
now.
Is like fears again now, like okay, when she was 5, I wanted her to be raised a certain way. She's okay, but now she's getting to the age where she's gonna need, just like, you know, when boys reach certain age, they say they need their father. She's going to need her mother now to explain to her, even though she understands, because she's pretty mature for her age. I've heard her speak, I've seen her with you, you guys interact and stuff. So but just not to be there as a mother now at that time, and I think you know, you need to explain to her and then tell her about the birds and the bees, have her understand what is her cycle and all of that. How does that make you feel? Like, what's going on?
It made me feel, because past tense, because this is as you said, it's all fear. Fear of, oh my God, she's not gonna understand. Oh my God, she's gonna feel alone. I prepped her from an early age about puberty. So I bought all the books. I had all the talks. So when she hit it, which she did recently, I was still afraid, because like, oh my God, this is different for her. You know, and she's already a moody child.
Yeah.
So when it hit her, it was new for her. She had mixed feelings about it. And I had to sit and I had to talk to her and had to tell her that, remember, mommy bought you that book and we talked about it. So you have to prep them from early on. Being a long distance mom, it's extra work, if you ask me. It's extra work because you have to put in the work as if you were there physically and you're not. Because when you're there physically, it's a little bit easier, you can maneuver it. But not being there physically, you have to find ways. You have to be creative. You have to find ways to make it seem as if you're there. You have to find ways to give them that reassurance that mommy is there even though mommy not there. You know, so it's pretty hard sometimes, but I always look at the bigger picture. That's what keeps me grounded. Looking at the bigger picture that she is where she's supposed to be. She has all the opportunities in the world where she is, and I know when she gets older, she will definitely thank me for it, and that's just it for me.
So now then, Tiana is...
She's 11.
9 years older than Raheem?
Yeah, about 10 years older.
How was that for you?
Wow, girl. So, Raheem, him, no.
And then having a boy versus a girl.
I know. So, you see, the thing is, Natalie, we give up things for our children, as I said. When I got pregnant with Tiana, I was 19 years old. Afraid, just timid. Even though I've been working since I was 17, pretty much on my own since I was 17, you know, you still have that fear because you get held on a pedestal type of thing when you graduate from high school, graduate from St. Andrew High, all these subjects. People looking for you to go to college, looking for you to get the degree and just go on and on and on and on.
19, she gonna have baby.
Exactly.
Already.
She got breed and mash up her life.
Yeah.
I got accepted to UTech around the same time that I found out that I was pregnant. So it was either for me. Remember, I have no rich parents. Remember, I have no rich uncle, no rich auntie. Yeah, remember, say, me and Michael Leachy not really related like that. Although I call him my uncle, him don't know me.
Yes.
Right? So I had a choice to make at the age of 19, and I was told to do away with the pregnancy because, you know what, mash up your life, you're young, you can't always get pregnant again. I didn't know that. You don't know that, right? So it was a decision that I had to make, and of course I chose Tiana. And it was struggling. I mean, even having Tiana, I had jobs, you know, I bounced some jobs to jobs and everything.
And then working on having to worry about who's gonna keep the baby.
Right. So it was a struggle for me for a good 5-6 years with Tiana. When she migrated, it got a little bit easier. I could run around more, you know. I finally settled myself around 2017, 2018. And I got into another job that I'm in now. Raheem came again in a time where I was looking to going back to school, progressing in my business, starting another business, and just being that. And I had Raheem in 2019. Now, at this time, I had a better footing. When it comes on to finances, I was more stable. So I decided that the baby is here, but I'm still gonna go ahead, do the schooling, do the business and everything. So Ryan was born August 2019. I still had my job, but then Corona hit and it got downhill. Meaning that I still had my job, but this was the first time that I would have had to work from home with a baby. Natalie, me nearly drowned.
I remember seeing you putting up post and saying, my prayers go out to the parents out there working from home.
Parents, moms, dads who work from home with kids, I salute you, especially if you have to juggle online schooling with it. I don't think I could do it, and that is why I said God always have a plan.
Oh, yes, guys, I have to.
Yes, God always have a plan in the past for the present. And here's why I said that. If I didn't make the decision to send Tiana with her dad to get that better life, she would have been here. And me, I tell you plain and straight, me don't know how me could have managed between having a toddler, an infant at the time, because when we got sent home for Corona, Raima was about 6 months old. So, you know, still baby in the hand, still the pampers, still everything. So can you imagine work? And I was still going to school at the time. I was in UCC at the time. Work, school, toddler, child, plus online, business. Listen, me wouldn't know what kind of eat out a rubbish bin because this girl would have mad. So God makes a plan in the past for the present. So I'm thankful for that, even though I was still had to check up on Tiana, because remember, she would have gone home to do online school as well. So I still had to make sure that she was good. Calling her, how is it going? Are you okay with it? Tell me what you want. All right, tell your teacher this, tell your teacher that. So that's how I maneuver her. But being at home with a toddler, work and school, I was drowning. I was missing meetings at work, and I'm going to be honest, I was missing meetings at work because I just couldn't keep up with the schedule. School, I tried not to miss school. I had to be on class with Raheem in my lap because his dad works. His dad is an essential worker.
Guys, I'm sorry.
His dad is an essential worker, and it's good to work with people who understand, because I would have had to be on work meetings and be like, oh my God, guys, sorry for the background noise. Rhyme that here, him plug out the mic. Oh guys, sorry for that. So you have to be with people who understand that, okay, this is the new norm. We have to adapt to it. People are at home with kids, you just have to adjust. But it was drowning for me at one point. I just couldn't cope. And then I started to blame other people. I started to say, oh, these people don't care, But then I'm like, you know what, Triffy, you have to be in control of you and what you need to do. So I started to get myself together, prioritize my task, ensure that I understand where the meetings are, how they're going to be held. If I couldn't make it, I tell somebody in advance that, look, I can't make this. Right?
Get Raheem on a schedule.
Right. So he's getting older, him start propping up himself, start take 1 and 2 steps. So he's getting older. So as time went by, it got better. It's still not easy because I run 2 businesses. I am I'm an ambassador for TLC, which is Total Life Changes, which is a health and wellness company, and that is something that I have to do daily. I have to show up for TLC daily. You understand? Because TLC is really a lifestyle. I really have to do it every day. And then I run Bundles by Triffy, which is my hair business, which you can get a customer at any time. I have to run my Instagram pages because, as I said, you have to show up for your business.
Especially know that everything is online.
Everything is online. So if you don't show up online, people think that, oh, she not do business again. So I have to show up online every day. I have to talk to people. I have to prospect for TLC. I have to prospect for Bundles by Triffy as well because, business have to go. I work 7 days a week because I have a 9 to 5, plus I have a weekend job, plus I do school on a Saturday. So I have all of that going. It's good to have support and it's good to ask for help, and that's something that I had to learn for myself. And sometimes we as women, we as mothers, we take on this superwoman persona to say we can do everything, and we neglect to ask for help because we think asking for help is a sign of weakness. It is not. It's actually a sign of strength. Asking for help is a sign of strength, and you don't want to work yourself to the ground, because if you are nothing for yourself, you cannot be anything for anybody else. And that's just what it is. You have to take care of yourself. You cannot run on. You cannot pour from an empty cup, and that's just basically what it is. It's just the truth. So you have to ask for help. You have to make sure you have support. Whoever you're with, your partner is very important because they have to support you in whatever you're doing. So that's just it. You just have to make a schedule, ask for help, ensure you have the proper support, and it can do. You have to put in all of the hard work now, because me know when me are 40 and 45, I still work this hard in Natalie, to be honest with you.
I remember you telling me having an early retirement.
I'm having an early retirement. I'm not going to retire at 60 when me old and crumple up and can't do nothing but sit down on the veranda and look out. I'm not going to do that. I want to on yachts, I want to on cruise, I want to on plane, bus, everywhere. So retirement early is a goal for me. So I have to do all of the hard things now so I can do the easy things later. And that's just it for me.
Thank you, sis. Thank you so much. So guys, it is hard, but it can be done. Mothers out there again, keep pushing. Fathers, we haven't forgotten you. We're coming up, and focusing on the dads in June.
The good one, them.
Yeah. There's been a lot of negativity recently around that, so we want to ensure, we still highlight that there's a lot of positive males out there.
Most definitely.
Yeah, that are
yeah, man. I have 2 good baby father. I'm not even gonna front, but I have 2 good baby father.
You don't have to still be in the relationship for the daddy to be a good daddy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Co-parenting works as well, guys.
It does.
Alright, so guys, this was Trifena Henry, my co-worker who became an acquaintance and is now a good friend. If I am down, she's one of my persons I'll reach out to and she'll motivate me in times like these. We need to stick together.
Yes,
Mompreneurs, women, males, anybody. You need to have at least 1 to 3 persons you can reach out to if you need that help. As Trifena said, asking for help is not a weakness. It's understanding that you need help and you are strong enough to ask for help.
That's it.
So remember, we always keep it real here, guys. Look out for more mompreneurs coming for the month of May and exceptional kids as well because it is Child's Month.
Yes.
Remember to like, subscribe, share, and leave your comment. Also, as always, want to big up my sponsor, Crusher JA, because you know we're the girl bosses for today.
Yes.
And for all those who have been trying to reach out, you can reach me at keeping it real ja876@gmail.com. Send your emails if you want to be on the show. You can reach out, send your videos, your anything you want, suggestions of topics and so on. And for TikTok and IG, you can follow me at the_fun-sized_1, and that's fun sized with 3 D's, right? Da-dunk-a-dunk. So thanks again for keeping it real, my real ones. See you on the next one.
Peace out.
Exactly. So we don't smell anything.
True, I must write it so then, man. Because it was think I'd write it so.
I'm not here enough. I wash out my go home.
So where's your bag in the shot?
And my bag,
Oh,
just
sure.
put it over there or something. Should I leave it in the car?
I love my name.
You are.
I
Hurry up before I get nervous.
Action!
Can I do my intro separate?
Yes, we'll do the intro after. You don't know I'm do always do my one.
Yeah, I just make I do separate today because you say, no, you never do that. Whatever. I'm going to keep my glasses today because I'm looking at the book.
You see, when you see me do this, what does this mean?
Time, wrap up.
Awesome. Yo, y'all learning enough.
I never mean the last time I did. Everybody where did eat too much brownie
so
and so.
just take that to the stick now.
So you guys eat brownies before you come and do interviews?
No, just the last one with everybody. I brought brownies for them.
Oh, because
and
it was 420
and them eat it. They
Okay.
for the interview with them smart self.
I'm afraid to eat them something because
Go.